Hey guys, Cyberdragon here, bringing you guys my 50 subscriber special of Taskmaster. Now, I looked on my phone earlier morning, I saw some comments and on about this part, and when I saw we hit 50 subs, I thought, why not do a 50 sub special for Taskmaster? So I don't know how long I'm going to record this for, a minimum an hour, but I can go beyond that. I'll be talking about a lot of events in this episode, honestly. We'll get to the test, and we'll get to the training arc. I don't know if I want to do the one-for-all fight in this part or not. All-for-one fight in this part or not, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I do want to thank you all for 50 subs already. I never thought I would get 50 subs in 1 month already, too. But, yeah, I also have some future plans that I will be releasing once we reach 100 subscribers. But for now, I hope you guys will enjoy this part. And yeah, so let's get it started. Last we left off, Deku saved Eri from overhaul pretty early. Ada was saved by Deku, and Eri became part of Deku's family as his little sister. So, let's cut to, let's say a day or two before the actual, they actually get to school, because Deku did do excellent in his, work study. Because we did drop off of that part. Deku and Eri's relationship, brother-sister-wise, is doing great. Eri's starting to get more comfortable around Mandalay and Koda. He even texts everyone else about what happened with Ida and what else he did in work study. Everyone is shocked that he did that much in his work study. So, especially Jiro. He knew he was strong, but not that strong. So, right now, Deku is just making sure Eri's all comfortable at her new place, which is the training camp, so basically. So you'll be seeing Eri here soon again. Deku is now about to leave the training, the forest. Eri wants to go with Deku, but Deku says, I'm sorry, Eri, but you have to stay here. This is your new home now. I'll come and visit every week at least. Once a week at least. You promise, big brother? I promise, Eri. As he walks away, even Mandalay now trying to stop him. You don't have to go now. You could stay if you want. Mom, I have to get to school at some point. So, you're right, I know, but so I miss you too much. Mom, I miss you too, but same time, we'll see each other again. Don't think just because I'm out there I won't see you again. She tears up, because she does miss her baby, but of course now she has Eri and Koda to take after. It's not that she missed Deku. It's not taking care of a child. It's just that this is her first child. Every mother will miss the first child. At first. So, she just hugs him goodbye and says bye to the rest of the Pussycats. Now, everyone finally returned to their work study. Or internship, not work study, that's later. Everyone's talking about their internship until Deku arrived. Everyone immediately swarms him with questions, like, how did you defeat Stain? Were you not in trouble? So, who is Eri exactly? I probably should have suspected this when I came in, Deku said. Well, first, It was pretty easy to defeat Stain. I mostly should use my sword and shield. Nothing else really. Just learned his movements and knew when to strike the most. And how the fight was in general, it was difficult for a moment because his movements were erratic and never seen before. He seems to be self-taught though, so after knowing that, it was pretty easy. And for the question of who's Ari and where is she, she's at my mom's house and she's the little girl I saved at my work study. On that internship. Everyone is shocked that Deku not only defeated Stain, helping the Hosu City attack, but also saved a little girl from apparently the Yakuzas. As Hazawa simply said, "Quiet down, everyone. First, let's congratulate Izuku for doing so much in his internship. He definitely learned a lot, and honestly, I'm not surprised that he did that much. As people are shocked that Aizawa is praising him like that. And, anyways, now we have another matter to take care of. In a couple of weeks, you all will be taking your final test. So now, I know some of you need to study, so don't slack off on that. It is both a physical and a mental test, as he is scanning the room and stops at Izuku. Well, at least I know Midoriya will pass. As he walks out, people are more shocked that Aizawa praised Deku even more like that, just hung him all out to dry. Then, as soon as Aizawa left, everyone immediately swarms Deku, like, can you please tutor us and whatnot? You're like, sure, yeah. But, it says, which you guys are struggling in? Because I can definitely teach you either mental or physical. The other thing, wait, he can also train us? Sure, look, can you do both perhaps? I guess, but I would need to ask Miss Aizawa to train here. Because realistically, my place is not suited for that type of area. Yeah. I mean, my apartment isn't. My actual home is, but I have a feeling I know what's going to happen after the test. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys seriously forgot the training camp? Some actually did forget, because they are so overwhelmed with how much Aizawa just praised this boy. Like, oh yeah. Says, I guess it's because Aizawa just praised you so much that we kind of forgot. But now I'm more motivated to pass. Okay, well, use that motivation to study up. We can at least study tonight, so let me go ask Miss Aizawa if we can train, and I can help you all train. In one of the training grounds. They nod their heads, and Deku goes out to ask Miss Aizawa. As for such, everyone is now just talking. All the girls are talking with each other. And Jiro has been curious if Deku likes her like that way. She thinks maybe I should ask him soon. Like, I know he will be pretty busy during these 2 weeks of training, as all, so. And I'm not so sure if it's a 2-week training type deal or it's a 2-day type deal, but I'm assuming it was 2 weeks. Because I say so. The power of what ifs. Yeah, no, so Mina asks Jiro, Hey, you okay? You're kind of in your own headspace. Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking. She smirks. Was it about Midoriya? She blushes, like, maybe. Like, do you have a crush on him or something? We all noticed that you've been eyeing him, and since ever you said you slept at his house that one time, so we kind of think you might have a little crush on him. All the other girls smirk an evil smirk. Like, well, me and him do know each other a long time, and we knew each other since we were kids. Heck, me and him even practiced music lessons together at times, but he was so advanced that me and him just did a little band practice at times. Him helping me to advance even further. They think that's adorable, and just awe in that. Like, so do you have a crush on him? But maybe. I'm just not sure if he likes me that way. Like, well, you don't know until you try, but I'm certain he does. I've seen how he looks at you. Really? She blushes even redder. Like, yeah, it's pretty obvious. If it wasn't, I think any one of us might have just gone for him. She just stopped blushing like, what? Well, yeah. Have you seen the man? So, he's smart, intelligent. Oh, those are two same things, damn it. Smart, strong, caring, and handsome. All the stuff Mina just says, and Jiro just imagined him shirtless as well because of the sports festival. And she blushes, but like, yeah, that's all true. So, why don't you ask him out? Like, maybe. I don't want to distract him during this process, though, of him teaching us all, so I will ask him after the test. They all cheer for her. Bakugo yells out, "Shut the hell up already, you damn extras!" Says, "I'm trying to study over here to beat Deku." And they're surprised, like, Bakugo is studying like that. Like, wow, I guess he doesn't want Midoriya's help at all either. Because some people did decline Deku's offer. I'm gonna say Momo and... Well, actually, not Momo, because Momo still has the confidence issue. And I'm gonna say Ida and Todoroki is not getting help from Deku. Ida, because, well, he feels like Deku's already done enough for him, so yeah. And Todoroki, he's actually pretty confident he will pass, and he does need to work on fire though, but he can do that from his dad, and ice from someone else. But the rest of 1A, yeah, definitely is gonna get help from Deku. Such, after a while, Deku did return, and great news, everyone. I did get permission to help you all train at one of the facilities. And for those who doesn't want to train with me, you can still go there. So, yeah. They all get excited and go to one of the training grounds. I'm thinking Gamma, and Deku did ask the Mentos to help build a certain arena for all of them. To help him train everyone in their unique skill set they need. He obliges and build that. Such, Deku does help everyone out not only book smarts, but in training wise. He can analyze quirks very easily and see what can be improved upon and what ideas they might even incorporate into their quirks. He even helping Mina and Kaminari to use their quirks more effectively, or at least trying to teach them that. Of course, it is slow going. His quirk is more or less his mind... No, I guess it is a quirk I made it. No, the boost quirk. His mind does just allow him to analyze stuff faster, but since ever he's teaching them, it's as I said, slow going. But they should do slightly better than an exam than they should. He notices Momo is not doing so well, like hesitating to do stuff. He goes up to her and says, "Hey Momo, what's up with you? I've noticed something off." Momo does a fake smile and says, "What do you mean, Midoriya? I'm fine." Like, "No, I can tell you that you're lying. Remember, key mind." She drops the act. "Well, nothing can get past you, can it?" "Well, I've been kind of wondering about my own worth lately. Since I was at the sports festival and how I lost, I don't know if I'm good enough to be here now or not." Deku just listening to all of this. Like, since ever I lost like that and didn't even get a chance to make any other items. I only made one item and I didn't even think about how I would do that afterwards. Deku now starts to talk. "Look, Momo, you can either take that loss as a learning experience, or you could just sulk and not learn anything from it. So it's illogical. Illogical of you not to consider your losses as learning experience. Because if we don't fail, then we can never truly learn." So, but what about you? You never fail. You don't think I can fail? How do you think I'm this good? Yes, my mind does let me comprehend things more better than most. But that doesn't mean all my plans always works. She's shocked about this. Like, what do you mean? "Well, there's always an unforeseen event that I can never calculate, or even see. I might have a keen intellect, but that doesn't mean I can't fail. I'm not perfect. No one truly is. And if you keep holding yourself to those standards, then, well, you will obviously fail, even greater, and never learn from it. So please, Momo, don't hesitate. Try to take the charge and be more confident in yourself. Because if you fail this test, I don't think it will help you that better if you don't learn from that either." She is slightly happy to hear that even Deku, the smartest and most likely most skilled kid in their class, has failed too. She thanks Deku, and Deku is not even teaching her how to use the quirk slightly faster. He notices she doesn't create 2 items at once. And yes, I'm doing most of the stuff they learned beforehand a lot faster. Because Deku, as I said, can analyze quirks and how to use them more effectively better. And such, he does help Kaminari for his weakness, giving him more of a resistance. And Aizawa is also watching this, thinking, "Man, this kid is doing my job for me. I can take longer naps. This is great." So yeah, basically, as I was thinking, like, maybe he can be like a bit of a substitute for me, teaching them with hero work. And yeah, so, and All Might even watching, he thinks he's a great teacher as well, and thinks that he's going to have one hell of a time with the test, though. And such, they train the day away, or train most of the day, till the point of lunch. Most of the kids, all the kids of 1A is tired from training hard. Deku tells them, "Eat up. Afterwards, we're gonna head to the library and train, and I'm gonna tutor you all. Well, all of you that needs it." Mostly looking at Kaminari, Mina, Kirishima, the usual bunch. And yeah, they even talk about how worried they are for the actual physical part. Kendo tells them about the robots, and they get excited. Deku is not, though. He's thinking that's too easy for, like, us. If I've noticed a track record with, for 1A. They so far have already gotten more difficult challenges than most, so I'm not counting on that. People are noticing, like, Deku's just thinking to himself, and they're like, oh no, if he's thinking, that means they might not be robots. So now they get worried again. And Jiro asks, hey, what are you thinking of? He's like, I don't know. It seems too easy for us to go just up against robots. I got a hunch of what we're going up against. But again, it's just a hunch. They might just make us go up against 0-pointers, if all I know. Hey, freak out by hearing that. Just 0-pointers. Because most of them can't even take down that big thing. I did say most. That doesn't mean not all. As such, after lunch, they go to the library, and Deku tutors the main group who needs it, and some who could have better grades. And that's kind of how the 2 weeks has been going. Training at UA and tutoring. Sometimes they even do that at Deku's house. So I'm going to say it's the day of an exam. Everyone is pretty confident in the written exam. And matter of fact, they all do pretty well, even raising the GPA of the class. Because all thanks to Midoriya. Azar even notices that, like, there's a slight increase of the GPA in this class. And he thinks Midoriya must have definitely taught him well. Oh yeah. Now, they are all out front of the gate. Azar now starts to explain. Now, I bet you all have a pretty good idea what we're going up against. Nobody says anything like, well, I guess you all don't. Well, in past... Oh, thanks, dude. So you're in the video now for the 50 sub special. Like, okay, where was I? Damn it! Like, I guess none of you do have a pretty good idea what you're going up against. I have a hunch, says Midoriya, obviously, just in case for you those that in past years they were going up against robots, but I have a hunch you have something special in mind for 1A. Am I right? Isaiah grins, like, you're right, kid. Man, I thought we could hide that part from you, but I guess not. Nezu comes behind, like, yes, I was hoping that we could surprise you with it, but I guess you had a pretty good idea what it is. So if you do, please share it with the class. Everyone looks at Deku. We're going up against teachers of the hero course and all of UA, aren't we? They're like, yep. Each of you are going up against a teacher of UA. Oh, everyone is like, we are? Like, yep. So, now, here's the rules. There will be each student will be paired up against one teacher. 2 students per teacher. And we also be wearing these weights as well to give you an easier time. But don't be mistaken, we can still do this pretty fast. We can still be pretty fast with these. Now, Momo and Todoroki, you're going up against me. Mina and Kaminai, you're going up against Nezu. And who am I going up against exactly? Axe Deku. You're going up against a very tough opponent. Hearing laughter from the sky. Ha 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 ha. lands. You're going up against me, young Midoriya and Bakugo. Deku and Bakugo look at each other like, we have to team up for this one? Because, as I said, they don't have that bad of a friendship, but they still are rivals. If I didn't establish that efficiently. Because considering the sports festival, how they both tied, and Bakugo's alright with the tie, they could potentially work together. But the teachers want to see if they could now or not. So everyone sighs in relief for they don't have to fight All Might. Although some kids are worried, particularly Jiro. If Deku doesn't pass, then we won't go to the training camp together. Please pass. And yeah, the rest of the students team up with the same students. And, let's see. So, the exams go pretty much the same as in canon. But some students do slightly better, so. Although, even though I can't actually. Sato and Kirishima did go up some Cementos. They did try to use their quirks slightly better, but they did end up losing at the end. So, and Mina Kaminari, well, they were too freaked out to try to use their quirks efficiently like that. So, even though they did get a bit more, strategy in mind, they didn't exactly pass. They did have a couple of good ideas, but Nezu counted them. Deku thinking I can kind of see a pattern why they teamed each person with who. What are you talking about exactly? Well, certain students I noticed had some trouble with some things. Kaminari and Mina had trouble using their quirks effectively. And Kirishima and Sato had problems with time and not knowing how to use them properly. I did try to teach them how to do that, but they still did better than I expected. Thinking of what could have happened in canon, they did, I said, pull up a decent fight, but decent didn't push it enough. Although Sero did happen to win with Mineta, so that one actually did better. Although Umuraka and Aoyama, on the other hand, I'm just going to say this, because Umuraka doesn't have a crush on Deku, she doesn't get flustered and let go of the bar like that. So, I'm not so sure how they would win, per se. But I'll say they barely pass in canon. They just use Aoyama to blast 13, but that wasn't really as effective, so. Again, I'm not so sure how they would have passed, because, yeah. Popping my shoulder. Anyways, now it's Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. Deku is allowed to use all of his equipment. His shield, his sword, some knives he actually added, the scarf Aizawa gave him, and the stamps that Night Eye gave him too. Such Bakugo and Deku is talking. Bakugo asks Deku, what is the best strategy you think we could possibly do? That is a tough one, honestly. There's so many calculations that I can't count for. A head-on approach could definitely work, depending on how we do it, though. Although, if we should do hit-and-run techniques, that would actually work, too. a compromise of us running and, well, when we attacking All Might. And we get closer to the exit. And if it seems too, I guess, difficult, one of us can head to the exit while the other distracts All Might. Barker said, I don't really like that plan, but I guess it could work. We still get, and if when we are close by the exit, we'll stay and fight until it seems that either we can't win, or if we can beat All Might, let's take the win. Deku can agree to that. Such they do run in. And Deku thinks, it's too quiet. Hold on, Bakugo. They both stop, like, what is it, Deku? Like, it's too quiet. Then he hears a punch of one pressure coming in. Like, Deku's like, get down! And such, they both get hit with a massive gust in the air. Deku plunging his sword into the ground and covering himself with a shield. Working slightly, but Bakugo isn't flying a bit. And Deku's barely holding his grounds. You only hear now footsteps coming towards them. Wow, I see you both have come to fight me head on. I'm saying, Midoriya, that is a very surprising strategy compared with you. Are you here to stop me, heroes? Baku and Deku nod to each other after looking at each other, and they go for the hit and run technique. Deku leads the attack, swiping at All Might dodging with ease, until Deku raises up his shield, and Baku jumps on top of it, blasting All Might in the face, not suspecting that part. All of 1A is shocked, and like, wait, they're working so well together, even though they have rivals. Jiro said, yeah, they were best friends until Bakugo starts to bully people, but they still had somewhat of mutual respect for each other at the same time. So they could definitely work well together. It's just that they don't really. I'm gonna say they both did come up with strategies like when they were kids. Before Bakugo became like a bully. So they are using some of the old techniques. Aizawa is amazed by their teamwork already. And Deku is definitely helping Bakugo out. When Bakugo attacks, Deku is helping Bakugo lead with the surprise attack from a side, behind, or in front. And if Deku is attacking, Bakugo will prepare too, pushing All Might back towards the exit. When Bakugo about to get hit by All Might, Deku grabs him with his scarf, pulling him when All Might misses when his fist hits the ground. Deku comes in with the spinning high kick and pushes All Might around. Everyone is amazed by their teamwork, and All Might is thinking their teamwork is amazing. But unfortunately, I'm not going to go easy on them. He is now laughing. You heroes are sure work well together, but that's it for the warm-up. They both think, wait, warm-up? All Might is now going for the kill. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Just now blitzing with high speeds. First, he thinks, I should probably get young Midoriya out. He's definitely the strategist. Deku kind of seen this coming, but can't react as fast. He lifts up his shield as fast as he could, and All Might hits it. Now, this shield, I will say, is adamantium, so it is a very durable shield. He gets sent flying back to the entrance. Damn it. And Bakugo is now trying to dodge while All Might is now just attacking him relentlessly. Deku is running back, and he throws his shield at All Might's head. It hits him, bounces off, and Deku grabs it. So it's now going to see if Bakugo is alright. So it's getting All Might off him for a moment. Like, oh, you're right, Bakugo. Yeah, I'm good. Coughs up a little blood. Damn it. No wonder he's number one. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight indeed. Okay, let's try to do this again, Bakugo. Yeah. I guess I'm going to try to do a deep voice for Bakugo at times. I don't know why. Like, they both charge at All Might again. All Might and them are changing blows. Although, All Might is also making sure Deku is losing most of his equipment. He starts with his shield. Knowing that it's very durable, he punches it out of Deku's grasp. After Deku threw his shield, All Might punched it, hurt his hand a little because it is adamantium, but he sent the shield flying a wrong direction. And direction Deku wasn't calculating for, so he couldn't catch it. So he decides to grab 2 stamps out of his pocket and put away his sword. People are wondering, why does he have 2 metal stamps? And he does Night Eye's technique with those stamps, hitting All Might effectively with them, and even using Aizawa's scarf to swing around a bit while using the stamps. Combining 2 techniques of 2 pro heroes. And even doing some slight kicks like Ingenium. And even copying some moves like from Kame Words. Combining 4 different techniques of 4 different heroes. And Bakugo, well, is just shooting big explosions. Once the gauntlet loads up, Bakugo yells to Deku, "Deku!" Says, "Get out of the way!" He does. And Bakugo pulls the pin, sending an explosion to All Might, sending him flying back near the exit. Both of them decide to run to there, Deku retrieving his shield with Aizawa's scarf, Deku swinging around with, like Spider-Man, with Aizawa's scarf. I would think it's long enough to do that. Deku lands, and immediately after that, he gets sent flying by Detroit Smash. Well, I think that takes care of young Midoriya. Now for young Bakugo. Bakugo is thinking, crap. If the nerd is really down, I don't know how much longer I can last. We might have failed. Then, after he thought that, they see Deku blitzing towards All Might with One for All charged up. Hand and shield, punching All Might in the face with the shield, sending him flying back. I was hoping not to use this portion of my quirk to see if I can outmatch you with just my skill alone, but appears not. So let's go at it, All Might. Bakugo, get out of here. I don't know how much longer I can hold against All Might, but still. Bakugo nods and runs. He's not dumb enough to know that All Might is out of the league right now, but Deku and All Might now exchanging blows. Deku with his tactical skill and now with One Fall involved, he's actually pushing All Might back a bit. Not too much though. Well, young Midoriya, I see that you are now finally using your quirk. Took you a while, but it appears now that it's too late. All Might is getting too into the fight to notice where Bakugo is at. So it's All Might charges up a big smash and charges at Deku. Deku holds up his shield as firm as he can, and before All Might can connect, they hear, "Hero Team wins!" What? Young Bakugo is not around. He sees Bakugo at the exit. Like, well done, young Midoriya and Bakugo. But after that, Deku passes out from exhaustion. Like, the shit. Like, young Midoriya, are you alright? Yeah, I'm just tired. Getting flung around like that is definitely hurts a lot. Like, and they both went to Recovery Girl. They do have a couple of, like, Bakugo does have a couple of broken ribs, and Deku just had some fracturing again. Remember, he did the iron bone workout, so he can definitely handle a bit of one fall against All Might, but nothing to the extreme like that. All Might gets scolded by Recovery Girl saying, "You went too hard, Toshinori. You shouldn't have done that." I know, but I got excited in the fight. Deku and Bakugo is just sleeping, trying to recover. Yeah, I can go longer. And let's say now. Actually, wait. Everyone enters the Recovery Girl's office, saying that both Bakugo and Deku is knocked the fuck out, sleeping. Like, are they okay? Or, like, yes, they will be fine, but they exerted so much energy against the fight that I think they will be out for quite a bit. They think that's good. Like, but no, we need to let them sleep, and at some point they need to go home. Jiro steps up like, "I can take Midoriya home. I know where he lives." Like, oh great. Once he wakes up, you can do that. And at that moment, like, let's go now, Jiro. I'm sore all over and I need to take a nice bath at home. Jiro says okay, and helps Deku kind of walk home. He's just leaning on Jiro. Jiro is helping Deku out as best as he can. As she can, and she thinks maybe I should ask him at his house now. But they walk to Deku's house. Deku says, "Make yourself at home. I'm gonna take a bath." Midoriya, before you go. But before she could say anything, Deku had already taken off his shirt. She blushes like, yeah, Jiro? Like, your shirt is, just mesmerized by his muscles. Like, oh, sorry. So, I guess I'm just too used to doing this at home. Yeah. Just can't think straight. Like, oh god. You're like, well, I'm gonna go take a bath now. Like, yeah, sure. He can't think straight for a moment. Just have that image burned in her mind. Just seeing Deku shirtless, up close, like that. So Deku does take his bath, and he does eat dinner. Jiro decided to go home, and Deku said, "Wait, before you go, we're supposed to be heading up to the training camp, and that so happened, Zara told me that I can also go to the training camp early, and I did ask him if I could bring you along early too." He's a bit of flashback. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but since you do know the training camp pretty well, I suppose you and Jiro could go. Besides, the rest that really needs training. You can definitely help out in the training aspect, though. So, yes, you can take young Jiro with you. Like, oh, great. Well, what day do I need to leave? It's like, after we get back to school. Like, oh, okay. So, but that won't be for a while, so. And yes, I'm thinking about doing the Island. I've never really done it beforehand, so. But yeah, Jiro left, went home, and Deku just crashed after that. It is the next day at UA. All Might tells Deku to, like, young Midoriya. So, I heard, like, do you want to come with me to the Island Expo? Like, oh, All Might, I do actually already have tickets to the expo, but I was planning to take Jiro with me. Is that alright? Like, well, of course, young Midoriya. So, but who should I bring in case? Like, you can give the ticket to young Jiro and another ticket to someone else if you want. So, you'll also be known for the sports festival feed too, so. And I'm gonna say Deku gives the extra ticket to, let's say, Shoji. He kind of likes Shoji's attitude a bit. And such, he does. So they'll have an extra person to help out in the villain attack. And he told Jiro that Jiro was already going, so I guess Momo would give one of the tickets to the other girls, so let's say possibly. Let's say Floppy got the extra ticket. Yeah, so both Soji and Floppy will be part of that event where they all are at the place trying to deal with the villains. So some of the event of the Island happens the same. Deku meets Melissa Shield. They talk a bit. So Deku, knowing about all the technology around there, he can even build his own. He just doesn't have the money for it, so. But yeah. Melissa doesn't ask about all of his equipment he has on him, because he did bring them all with him, because it's part of his hero costume, plus he figured there might be some kind of events around the expo to show off your quirk. Like, oh, all of this? Well, he explains what his shield is, basically, both for offense and defense. Sword as well. There's 2 stamps in his pocket. The 2 handguns. His bow and arrows. And the scarf he has around his neck. Also, the Black Panther claws on his hands. She's amazed, like, he has that much equipment. And she asks him other stuff about the shield, like, what metal is it made out of? Well, it's made from a very durable metal, and it actually took a punch from All Might himself. She's even more amazed, like, you get hit by Uncle All Might at full force with only a shield? How is it not broken? As I said, it's a very durable metal. So I found it a while back and decided to make the metal. I found the metal a while back and decided to make the shield out of it, and it works like a charm. A charm. And she asked if she can analyze it. Like, I prefer not to. I don't want anything bad to happen to it. She understands. And they explore the rest of the expo. Till they meet up with the other guys, of course. And yeah. Jiro is a little jealous of Melissa. And yeah, the other girls pick up on that, teases her a bit for that. And Deku knows, like, why is Jiro acting so weird? Like, I probably should ask her here soon. But before that, they see what Bakugo and Kirishima's doing. Oh, no, wait, no. I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, no, I realized those two were part of it. So, let's say Deku does give the ticket to Bakugo and Kirishima, actually. So, yeah, I realized I forgot about those two for a moment. Yeah. No, wait, I guess... Actually, since ever Bakugo and Deku did tie for the sports festival, let's say they do get 2 tickets each. So, yeah, no, never mind. Yeah. Bakugo gets the same time as in canon and sees Deku. Hey, Deku, try to beat that, you damn nerd. Like, scoot aside. Scoot aside, Bakugo. As the timer starts, Deku uses a bit of one fall, let's say 5%, to smash a robot. Although he is as fast as Bakugo, and he gets the same time, let's say. Like, they both tie for that. Like, damn it, we both tied. They both yelled out in anger. Like, first we tied in the sports festival, now this. And then the next contestant ran up. It's Todoroki. And Todoroki beat them both. Like, I beated you both. So that would make me better than both of you. They both look at him. Like, you shut your damn mouth. Someone class 1 and he laughs at that. And let's get to, like, the actual event of what happened. So, yeah. As such, the villains are taking the crown. Deku and All Might say, like, since if a Deku doesn't have any equipment, but I'm gonna say he does have one piece of his stuff. Not his shield or his sword, but he only had... Actually, no. He has a pocket knife. Actually, said the knife and the 2 stamps. 9 stamps. Nothing else on him, though. And he's just wearing a nice white tux with the black vest and there, too. So the black and white tux. Jiro blushes after seeing Deku like that. And yeah, the rest of the island events happen somewhat the same. Deku's just controlling a larger amount of percentage so he can... And also using his equipment like the stamps and his knife to slice and hit robots with the stamps, and also villains too. And one to the point when Deku is saving David's shield. All Might appears. They both take down the villain as in canon. And after that, the Island Expo ends. What time is it? I'm at least going to get a little longer. I'm at least going to kickstart the training camp. Or part of it. So they all return. Then Isaiah comes in like, alright, all of you who has failed is still going to the training camp. They get excited, like, but you all will get extra teachings from me. And they stop after that, like, oh, Midoriya, you and Jiro can go early though. I granted you permission, so they all look at Deku and Jiro like, why did they get special treatment? It's because Deku's family runs the training camp, and I'd rather not him spoil anything, and he specifically asked for Jiro to come with. That was the only way how he would agree to that, so... They all understand, and I was surprised that Deku's family, but also surprised by Deku's family running the training camp. But after that, Azaro dismisses them all. Deku and Jiro packs up and goes out to the training camp. Once they get to there, Mandalay immediately runs to Deku, hugging him. Like, oh, my baby is back. Mom, I was here just a couple of days ago to tell you this. Why? Jiro kind of chuckles a bit, like, hey, Miss Mandalay, how you been? Oh, Miss Jiro, son, how have you been, dear? Like, keeping him out of trouble? Like, I'm trying to. I'm right here, guys. Then Eri and Koda runs up to Deku. Big brother, Deku, you're back. Eri hugs him, and Koda kind of just sticks around, trying to act all cool and stuff for Deku. Because Deku did help Koda through some stuff early on in his life after he came to that, obviously. So, Deku's like, hey, Eri, how's my little sister doing? Like, I'm doing good. Who's a pretty lady with the headphones around her ears? She like a pretty lady. Like, is she your girlfriend or something, big brother? They both blush, like, no, maybe, but no. Jiro here, like, maybe. Like, Mandalay is all giddy now, like, oh, my baby boy is dating. You're too young to date. Like, Mom, I'm 15. After that, Jiro, Deku gets settled in. And after a while, they start a campfire and it's night. Deku has an idea, like, hey Jiro, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something out of my room. Okay, Deku. After Deku runs, she thinks, well, last time failed, so let's try this time, since I have a pretty good idea he might. After Deku returns, holding a guitar. He was like, why do you have a guitar? Like, I kind of want to do I want to sing along with you. She blushes, like, okay, let's sing together, I guess. And what song they play? If you guys don't know the movie Once, the song they play is Falling Slowly. They sing that. I do like that song quite a bit. It's a nice duet song. They're just singing to each other. Even getting closer to that. And if you guys want to look for the song, I'll try to put a link in the description below. So if you want to listen to it, then yeah. But after the song, Deku and Jiro looks at each other. And their eyes. They get closer and closer till they are both kissing each other. They kiss for each other for about 3 minutes. They break the kiss, both blushing, and Deku, like, sorry, Jiro. Don't worry, Midoriya. Deku, like Midoriya, they both say I like you, Deku and Jiro. Like, Jiro and Midoriya. Like, they both look at each other, a bit shocked. So, does this make us boyfriend and girlfriend? Yeah, I guess so, Jiro. Should I say Kyoka? Like, Kyoka? Like, yeah. I can't say the first name of my girlfriend now? He chuckles a bit. Jiro blushes and smiles like, I guess you can, Izuku. And they both So hug each other, so spend the rest of the night under the stars together. And Mandalay was spying on them, and she is bawling out like, "My baby is growing up." Pixie Bob also was spying because she could catch on what those two were like. And the other pussycats were spying too with Aerie and Coda. And they all jump out and saying, "Surprise!" Like, you guys were watching? Like, yep, the entire time. And I'm about to say, you two sounded good together. They both blushed like, thanks. So, I guess it's official, you two finally started to date. Finally took you guys long enough. Yeah, about 10 years. And they all just kind of cooks more around them, and once they all head to bed, Deku asks Kyoka, "Do you want to stay in my room tonight with me?" I'm in the back of his neck. Sure, Midori. Izuku. I guess. They both get in bed. Deku's hugging Jiro. Jiro is blushing. And they both fall asleep in each other's arms. And with that, I'm going to end the 50 sub special. This is how I wanted to do the Jiro and Deku ship for them and Taskmaster. I hope you guys liked the video. And thank you all for 50 subs. And once we get to 100, I will do a 100 sub special for a very, very special character. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today. This is maybe the only video I'm going to record today. I may record a video tomorrow, but Tuesday and Thursday, I will not record a video because I have school and work, and that takes up a lot of time of my day. So, thank you all for watching, and please have a good day.